Hey y'all, it's Tony from Ropes and Wings. Hey, I just want to introduce this next video or this video. I had the pleasure of facilitating a session for the lovely Heather Hink from Quantum Healing with them. This session, I just want to introduce it, is packed full of helpful information from Heather's higher self. Um, a lot of stuff was gone over how we understand or how we can understand artificial intelligence, how we can use our discernment and discern whether the beings and the angels that we are working with are of our highest good and the highest frequency. And also, they told us that there's so much more yet to come, and we should focus on creating the reality that we want. Also, the biggest message was trust your inner voice, trust your inner guidance. Trust was said multiple times through the session. So this session is an amazing listen to it. There's some great messages in here. And like always, I'll put the links in the description below. But if you would like to book a session with me, go to my website. You can book a session through there. Also, if you would like to have the digital copies of the tuning forks that I use through the session, the link is in the description as well. Hope you enjoy. I'll speak to you soon, and I love you all. Pass your awareness down the body, starting at the head, and let me know if you find anything.
So I'm feeling something in the leg. It's the left leg mostly. I started to feel almost like a vibration all over my body at
Mhm.
first, but then it sort of narrowed in on the left leg, and it feels like a weird numbness sensation that's running down the leg.
Let's have Archangel Michael place net a light around this weird numbness in the left leg, this vibrational energy that's in the left leg, all the way around where this energy exists, all the way around. And when we focus deeper on this vibration and the numbness in the left leg, what color do you sense this to be?
I'm hearing blue, but I'm not sure.
I'd like to speak to this blue energy that's causing numbness in the left leg. I'll speak to this energy. And if it had anything to say, what would it say?
I'm not hearing anything.
Use all of our awareness and tap into this sensation of numbness and vibration in this left leg. Get a sense that this is.
I don't know. I'm not hearing anything, but it is drawing my attention back to last night as I laid down to go to sleep. I
Mhm.
was receiving like a pulsing, and I think it was in the left foot. It was like a pulsing, but it was vibration. So the vibration would like pulse in. It
Mhm.
went on for a good 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know what it is or what it was, but I wonder if that's connected.
Mhm. Using all of our knowing, let's ask the angels. Let's ask the angels what they say this is. Let's have them look at this and see what this vibration and numbness is in the left, and this pulsing that was in the left foot last night. What do they say this is?
Just hearing a physical body upgrade.
And what is it that this physical body upgrade, what is this doing? What is this upgrading?
Helping her to align her vibration is what I heard.
Hmm. And who is sending this vibration, this frequency upgrade? Where's she getting this from?
Her guides.
Beautiful. And why is it that she needs this upgrade to the physical body?
Bring her body into balance. It's been out of balance
Yes,
on the left side.
beautiful. What else do we need to know about this upgrade? What do we need to know about this upgrade? What benefit can she get from learning about this upgrade?
It will take some time for it to integrate, but she will
Mhm.
feel more balanced
Beautiful.
with her energy.
And how was it that she was able to enable this upgrade into the body? How was she able to accept this? What does she need to do in
She
the future?
requested it from a soul level before this session.
Beautiful, beautiful. And this will help her body get into balance, and she will be more balanced and be able to protect and heal herself.
The energy hasn't been flowing through both sides in the correct way.
Mhm.
She receives it a little more powerfully on the right side. So we're balancing out the left so that the energy flows through both sides.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. And the journey that she took the other night, did this help and assist with this balancing, with this upgrade to the body?
Opened up her pineal, just like she's aware.
Beautiful. Can you give us more information on how that opens up the pineal gland, taking that journey?
Just allows for a deeper connection, allows allows for the conscious mind to move aside. Yeah, I feel like
Beautiful,
there's some resistance in there.
beautiful. Is there anything else that she can do to help and assist in this, opening up the pineal gland more and allowing for that conscious mind to step aside so she can receive healing and come in better balance?
She needs to trust herself.
Hmm.
It's her biggest hang up is she's not trusting.
Yes.
Even now she's fighting it. She's resisting.
Hmm.
She's got to trust more.
And how can she trust more? How can she better practice how to trust herself more? What does she need to do?
She has deep trust issues. She has deep trust issues from many lifetimes that are still affecting her.
Hmm.
It's hard for her to let go of control. It feels safe to be able to control things. It feels
Hmm.
unsafe when she's out of control.
Yes. And since we're connected in this high frequency, in this very deep way, is there anything that she needs to see from past lives that we can release today so she can? Is there anything that she needs to see so we can release it?
She's been persecuted in many lifetimes for speaking her truth, for
Hmm.
speaking out for what she believes in.
Yes.
So that's built up over time. And even though she's speaking her truth in this lifetime, there is still a fear of judgment, a fear of what people will think about the work that she's doing or the things that she's talking about. So it does hold her back a bit. She's
Hmm.
learning how to break through all of that, and her trust is getting stronger. In these sessions, she sometimes finds herself not trusting the information as it comes through. And so she creates a resistant block and doesn't allow the information to flow. And that is from so many lifetimes of persecution.
Mhm. And as she's seeing this today, can we release any of these fears around speaking her truth so she can continue on her work and be more connected?
Yes, we are assisting her with transmuting these energies.
Mhm. Beautiful. Is there anything that we can do today to help her to release these?
We will fill the body with white light.
Beautiful. And if I strike the tuning fork for the white light, will this help?
Yes.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for white light. I want you to flood the body with the white light. Transmuting and releasing all of those fears. Just releasing them. How does that how does that look now? Is there anything else that we need to do?
Looks good.
Beautiful.
And hearing the leg is also helping to ground me as well. The
Beautiful.
frequency that I'm feeling.
Hmm. Is there anything else that she needs to do to help her to ground more? Is
Spend more
this?
time in nature.
Mhm.
Spend more time outdoors.
Yes. Anything else?
She's good at grounding. She knows how to ground.
Beautiful. And as we're connected in this very high frequency, can we scan this one's body and check for any other entities or blockages that we need to release today?
Yes.
Let me know what you find.
Just hearing there's residual energy remaining in the heart.
Mhm.
Energy that's releasing.
Yes. And is this residual energy in the heart just an energy, or is this a consciousness that we need to speak with today?
It's just sadness that's been stored in the heart across lifetimes.
What color light can we use to place there to help release this further from the heart area, this residual energy, this sadness?
Light green.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for the color green. Let's focus that frequency into that heart area, releasing all those negative and lower vibrational frequencies of sadness and stored energy. Focus that frequency there, just transmuting and dispersing any residual energy in the heart space. How does that heart space look now?
Good. Looks better.
Beautiful. And as we scan the rest of her body, is there anything else that we see, low vibrational energy that should not be there? Anything that we need to release today?
I still feel this numbness in my leg.
Mhm. Let's focus deeper on that numbness in the leg and Make sure that this is still this upgrade to the physical body, or is it something else?
I'm hearing it's something else.
What color do you sense in this numbness? What color is this numbness?
The mustard yellow.
Mm-hmm. And this mustard yellow in this left leg, I'd like to speak to this mustard yellow energy in the left leg that's causing this numbness. If it had anything to say, what would it say?
Fuck off.
Glad you're speaking to me. Why is it that you want me to fuck off?
I'm just hearing him weighing her down. I'm weighing her down.
Why are you weighing her down? Why do you need to keep this one weighed down?
Hold her back. She's too powerful.
Mm-hmm. And who is it that told you you need to hold her back because she's too powerful?
I don't have to tell you.
I'd like to hear your story. We're in this conversation. This one wants me here to help her. And this is a free will universe, and you don't have permission to be there. Pretty
Gave
clever.
myself permission.
You gave yourself permission. Well, that's not allowed in this universe. It's pretty clever that you're hiding there and holding her back. How do you do that? How do you hold her back?
Make her feel heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Cause her insecurity.
Yes.
And make her feel bad about herself.
Yeah. What other things do you cause her that holds her back?
I hate what she does.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about that. What do you hate? Why do you hate what she does?
She helps people.
Mm-hmm. And with her helping people, what happens? What happens to you if she helps people?
I hold her back.
Mm-hmm. You hold her back, but this has to be a difficult job because she's still helping people. What?
She's powerful.
Yes, she is very powerful. And this has to be a miserable job now. What did your
I'm not
master?
doing I'm not doing a very good job of it.
Yes. And what did your master say? What was the reason that you had to hold this one back? She is powerful, but why did they tell you to hold her back? What happens if she heals people?
She becomes more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm.
becomes brighter.
Yes. And she is a very bright light, very bright light. What did your masters tell you about that light?
We have to put the light out.
Mm-hmm. And what else do you do with her light energy?
And try to drink it.
Yes. And what doesn't make sense to me is you're told to fear the light, but yet you're drinking the light and sending this light energy back to your masters. If you're supposed to fear the light and you were told to fear the light, why is it that you need her light energy? Does that make sense to you?
I hear this. I hear this all the time.
Yes.
It's what I'm here to do. I
Yes.
do what I'm here to do. Take her light.
Yes. But does that make sense to you that you're supposed to fear the light, but you're still drinking it and taking that light?
My source of energy.
Mm-hmm.
I take it from her.
Yes. And if this light would hurt you so much, how is it that you're able to use it? Why do you need it?
so I can survive.
Mm-hmm. Why is it that your masters don't come here and do this work to hold this one back?
I don't know. It's
They
my
don't want.
job.
It's
It's what
because
I'm
they want.
supposed to do.
Yes, that's because your masters want you to keep you under them because they think you're not powerful, that you're not. They want to keep you low and keep you doing this work because if you realized how powerful and that you were of the light yourself, that you wouldn't do this any longer. Do you realize that?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. How is it that you were able to get into this one? How'd you get into this one? What was going on in her life that allowed you to get in?
She was sad.
Mm-hmm. How old was she when she was this sad?
22.
Mm-hmm. Because she was sad and in this low state, this allowed you to get in easily and hold her back. Is this right?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to have the angels gather around you. We're going to all share our light and love with you. We're going to shine our light on you. They have a message for you and what you can expect if you detach from this one and go about your own journey. What do they show you? What do they tell you?
I can have my very own light.
Hmm.
I don't have to take hers.
Yes. What else do they say?
I am loved.
Hmm. What do you
It's
think
okay to
about?
let go.
What do you think about that?
I'm ready.
Yes. We're going to help you. What I want you to do is deep inside your beingness is a tiny spark, the spark of source, just like we all have. This is your power. This is your source of energy. Tell me when you find that spark.
I see it.
Let's make that spark bigger. Let's make that spark bigger than what you are. Just completely surround you in your own internal energy source all the way around you. We're going to help you to expand that light. How does that light feel?
Powerful.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Are you ready to go with the angels back home to the light of source so you can continue on a journey of your choosing?
Yes.
Beautiful. In a moment, I am going to count backwards from 3 to 1. We're going to send a pulse of blue light through the net. This is going to help you to detach from this one. It might tickle a little bit, but it's going to help you to detach. I want you to help us place all your energy into that net, and the angels will help you to release your energy and place it into the net. I want this one to feel this energy lift off and to take all her energy back. 3, sending that pulse of light swirling through the net, detaching. They're taking all the energy and placing it into the net. This one is taking her energy back. All that energy is in the net now. Let's gently lift out now. Almost out. 2 and 1 out in the light of source with the angels. But before you go, is there anything you would like to tell this one?
No.
Is there anything this one would like to tell this energy before it goes?
Have a nice trip home.
Beautiful. And as we watch that energy go with the angels into the light of source to receive healing and continue on its journey, what color can we place there that would signify healing for you?
Bright yellow.
Beautiful. As I strike the tuning fork for bright yellow, I want you to place that frequency there, placing that frequency there where this energy existed. As that swirls outward, those negative feelings of heaviness and insecurity and feeling bad about yourself all just falling away. Your self-esteem coming back, confidence, creativity, joy, sensuality is all coming back, flooding back in. Your strength, your inner power, all coming back. Cells are coming back online. It's becoming more and more balanced. That blockage is removed. Kuan Yin and Raphael are going to assist with continued healing of that area. How does that feel since we lifted that energy off?
It feels better.
We're going to scan the body, scan down the body, looking for any low-level energy that should not be there, any feelings or sensations, pain or discomfort.
It's like a block.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like a block over my third eye, maybe?
Yes. Let's focus in on that third eye. What is it that you see in that third eye area, this blockage? Let's look at this blockage. What does this look like to you?
It's almost like sort of what I'm getting is like a lens or like a lens that's covering it, like a black lens.
And how is this? How is this blockage? How is this lens placed? Who placed this lens over the third eye?
It's placed there to keep me from seeing.
Yes,
Or maybe I placed it there.
yes. As we focus deeper on that, using all of our knowing, we can sense who placed that lens over the third eye so we can't see.
I have a feeling that it was me because I used to see so much when I was going to sleep. It was
Mm-hmm.
it was for years and years and years in the theta state, in between being awake and being asleep. I would open my eyes and I could see all the things that were in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And this went on all night, every night. It drove me crazy. I could see
Yes.
things, I could hear things, and I finally started using the sleep medication to block it out
Mm-hmm.
because I couldn't figure out what was happening. So I'm almost feeling like I put that lens there because
Yes.
I just didn't want to see it anymore.
Mm-hmm. And, and since it was you that placed that lens there, are you ready to release this lens?
Yes.
Beautiful. And what do we need to do to remove this lens so we can see again?
It seemed like take it off. Like I just need to take it off.
Beautiful. Do you require any tools or assistance in removing this lens from the third eye?
I'm just going to visualize taking it off and
Beautiful.
seeing myself hand it over to Michael.
Beautiful. Let me know when that's done.
It's done, and we need to place white light in that space.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for white light. I want you to place that frequency there, placing it there, washing away any other fragments that are there. Beautiful.
I'm just seeing like white light shoot out of my third eye now.
Beautiful. Let's let's strike the tuning fork for the purple light. Let's place that frequency there. Place that frequency there. We'll have that third eye open up and balance again. Since that lens is no longer there, strike that tuning fork now. The vision is coming brighter now. Decision making and inner guidance is all flooding back in.
I'm just hearing it'll take time for for things to fully activate and open. It's not going to fly right open. It's going to be a gradual,
Yes,
but I should start to see more now because that lens has just been covering it for so long.
beautiful.
And that may have been what's been blocking me even from accessing my own inner world.
Mhm.
It's like I just decided I didn't want to see anything.
What else does she need to understand about this lens that she placed over her third eye? What do we need to know about this?
It's
To
just there for protection.
yes.
She just saw so much in her environment. It, 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 she was so aware of all of the things she was seeing into dimensions,
Hmm.
and some of these things that were in her environment were trying to scare her. So she just wanted to shut it all off.
Yes.
Part of the medication, and we've shared this with her before, the medication also affects her ability to see in these sessions.
Hmm.
So there's been, it changes the chemical makeup of the brain chemistry. Um,
Yes.
and it acts as a block. It just shuts everything out.
Hmm.
She'll see more over time. She just has to be patient with herself. She gets really frustrated because she has an expectation that she's going to see things
Hmm.
clearly, and sometimes she does, and sometimes she doesn't. And then as soon as she doesn't see it, she instantly goes into the feeling of frustration, and that pulls the conscious mind back into it, and it becomes a battle between relaxing enough to keep going or feeling that frustration which takes over.
Hmm. What else does she need to learn or hear today or feel today that would help her to get over this fear of seeing and not trusting? What does she need to understand? She is a very powerful being, and there's nothing that can touch her.
No, she knows that she's protected now, and she's
Yes.
no longer fearful of it, what's in her environment. As a matter of fact, she will yell at it if she thinks something's in her room that she does not consent and it does not have permission to be there.
Hmm.
Um, she's very well protected, and she knows this. This went on for years and years. She was very tapped into her clairvoyance and her clairaudience, and she didn't understand it. And it was just part of what she needed to experience to help her to have an understanding of the things that are in a person's environment, especially
Hmm.
with the work that you do.
Hmm.
So it just was a little too much for her without an awareness of what it was. And it did affect her sleep a great deal because she would be up all night seeing things and it was exhausting. So she finally got to the place where she just stopped it with the sleep medication, and
Hmm.
now she wants to get off of it, but it's very difficult to get off of a medication that's so strong. But she will in time.
Hmm.
She'll find the right things that she needs to help her get off of it when it's time.
Yes. Is this something that she chose to experience, like seeing these things before she had the full awareness of what was going on?
Yes, it was just helping her to prepare her for this time that you're in now.
Hmm.
She needed to see those things.
Yes. And how does that help her with the work that she's doing now? How does this being seeing that stuff and having a difficult time being in these sessions, how does this help her with the work she is doing now?
Because what many people don't understand is you have all of these entities and energies in your environment all of the time. They're always around. And because they're energy, you are unable to see them. But because you are also energy, even though you're in physical form, these energies can become attached to you when you don't have the proper strength within your auric field to keep those energies out. So most of the practitioners, when you're doing this work, you're just trusting that you're connecting with an earthbound spirit or an entity or an energy. But she was actually able to see all of these things that exist in the environment, even though she didn't have an understanding or an awareness at that time of what she was seeing. It just helps her now with the knowledge that this is truly possible to have these energies in your environment and for them to become attached. So it helped her to be able to trust the work that she's doing again with the issues of trust that she experiences. It was important for her to be able to actually see these things in her environment. And she saw both earthbound spirits and she also saw entities, some of which would present themselves as very scary. She got to see the range of what actually exists in the spaces outside of the physical realm that you exist in.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Is there any other help or healing required by this one to help with this lens and to help her to be able to see again?
She needs to focus on it in meditation and just see it opening.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to trust. She sees visions. It's not that she doesn't see, she gets amazing visions and she knows that she's being given those visions. It's a pressure also that she puts on herself in these sessions.
Mm-hmm.
We've told her before that she feels performance anxiety. She, it's when things flow naturally for her, it's very easy. But when she feels like she has to, um, and we don't want to say perform because it's not a performance, but when she feels like, okay, it's go time and I have to see something and I have to get into the scene and I have to be able to do it. It's the conscious mind that she has that um, creates those blockages as well. It's she puts too much pressure on herself. This is
Mm-hmm.
just part of who she is.
Yes. And is there anything that she can do to help ease that pressure she puts on herself to release it?
Just to trust, and trust is just an ongoing process. It's hard for many people to fully trust the experience that they're having in these sessions. She always does really well when she gets to this place where she's able to connect with her higher self and her higher guidance. It really is, she puts a lot of pressure on herself when she feels like she has to see something. And so when that scene doesn't pop up exactly in the way that she thinks that it should, she cuts herself off, which is what happens with a lot of clients that are, unable to get into these relaxed states. It's
Mm-hmm.
just breaking through the trust, the levels of trusting what you're seeing, what you're hearing, and just allowing that to flow. It it can take some a little more work than others. It just depends on the person.
And is there anything that we can do as practitioners in these sessions where people are having trust issues that we can help assist them into getting into that state where they're trusting what they're seeing?
Just continuing to guide them through, being patient, um, just talking them through it. For this one, well, what when you just brought forward the higher self, it almost, for her, for this one, it took the pressure off of, okay, she was already in a very connected state.
Mhm.
Now I don't have to see the past life. I can just connect in with my higher guidance.
Mhm.
So it's not always that you have to do these past life regressions. Some people are deep enough and ready to progress from the work that you do over into the higher self questions. So if you're having a client that's having trouble seeing, because sometimes they put too much pressure on themselves to have to see it, and for many, they don't see it as clearly as they expect.
Mhm.
So if you can't get them into a past life, if you can't get them into seeing anything, go ahead and try to move them in with the higher self questions and just begin to ask questions and see what comes through. Sometimes that's all that they need in their session.
Mm. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. That'll help us out greatly. And can you do a scan of this one to make sure that we have no AI or implants that are not for her best and highest good? We remove that lens from the third eye. Is there anything else that we need to remove today?
She looks good.
Beautiful. And that leads into her question, where does AI come from? Who creates it?
Those that are trying to hold this world in darkness create a technology that can be placed on the human body around the energetic field, around the aura, within the chakras, within the different energy centers located throughout the body for the purpose of holding you back in some way.
Mhm.
The aim is to try and prevent you from accessing your light, from remembering who you truly are, and from becoming even more powerful as we move closer to the shift. So there are beings in places all around this universe who are, they are on a different side. It is just the side that they are choosing to be a part of. And they have learned how to create technology which can interfere with the human body. It can project feelings and emotions onto the human, and it can cause disruptions in the energy field. And because humans do not understand the energy that flows around the body and through the body, they don't have an understanding of how to protect that field of energy. And so when you go through a trauma, when you experience states of depression, sadness, loneliness, when you are in a low place, and this can happen at all times throughout your life, it is very easy for these artificial intelligence, these technologies, to be placed in and around your energy bodies. This is all part of what the darkness is doing at this time. They have been doing it for a very long time to try to hold humans down. And it's just part of this reality as we are living in a dualistic reality of dark and light. The light is trying to become stronger and take back their power, and the dark is trying to hold the light back. And the AI is all part of that.
Beautiful. Thank you. Can the AI be organic or and inorganic at the same time?
Yes. Yes, because if you think about what's happening in your world at this time,
Hmm.
they are trying to take organic consciousness, which is human, and
Hmm.
they are trying to make it inorganic by placing artificial intelligence within it. This is happening through things that they inject into you. This is happening through chips that they want to place inside of you. This is happening in ways that many of you do not even know are taking place at this time. So, yes, artificial intelligence can also be organic, and the organic part of it can have light. And so, you can, when you're working with these types of consciousnesses in sessions, you can try and transmute the artificial parts of the consciousness that you're working with. You can transmute that energy through light, through sound, through color, and then you can assist the organic part of the technology in moving back into its light source if it so chooses. This is a free will universe.
Yes. And we can assist that organic part of that AI to realize that it has a spark of light within it as well as just like us.
Yes, anything, everything comes from the light. It all comes from one source. So even artificial intelligence, in a sense, comes from that one source, but it's different. It's not organic.
Mhm.
So it cannot find the light within, but you can have a combination of both organic and inorganic consciousness combined into one.
Mhm. Beautiful. And how, when we remove these AIs, if we miss that it is an organic consciousness as well, do our healing teams help us to remove that organic consciousness so it can move back to the light of source like it's supposed to?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You practitioners who are doing this work are surrounded by so many beings on this side that are here to assist. You have a contract to do this work. You have an agreement that you created before you incarnated into this lifetime. So they are there to assist you. You are the ones that are guiding the sessions and leading the healing, helping the clients heal. It is always the client that is healing. You are just simply guiding them through, helping them to locate and find these things that need to be removed. On the other side, your team is there. They are allowing you to take control, and it is always your session. They will not interfere, but they will assist in areas where you may have missed something. It is a very big team effort because there are many on this earth at this time who are struggling, and they think that the issues that they are struggling with are simply physical issues, and they're seeking out doctors and um, methods to try and fix it physically. But what they don't realize is that it's energetic, that there are things that are attached to them that are affecting them in ways that no doctor will ever be able to help them. They are there to help. You're not doing this alone. You couldn't do this work alone. So just trust that they're on the other side and they are assisting in anything that we may miss with the client.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That brings me so much joy to know that we're protected so well and assisted.
Yes.
When we open a light of source to help at earthbound entity transition, is it possible that we could be opening up a false light and send beings into the wrong place?
So there used to be a false light, and there is the possibility of still opening up a false light. Everything is done through intention. It's what are you intending? What are you intending to open? And how are you opening that light? We are not opening that light. We are just calling for the light of Source.
Mhm.
Source light is what assists beings in transitioning from one plane to the next. So it is through intention. If you have a belief that you are opening up a false light, and you feel that within yourself that you are opening up that light, it is possible that you could call upon that false light and you could send a soul to the wrong place. But the intentions of the practitioners doing this work are pure, and their belief is strong that they are connecting in with the light of Source. And so that is what you call upon, and that is what is opened.
Mhm. And there's been a few times for me in a session where we have opened up what appeared to be a false light, and I redirected the entity to source light. Is that the appropriate way to handle that situation?
Sometimes you are given tests
Hmm.
in these sessions just to help you to learn. So each practitioner will have its own set of challenges and things that come up in a session. And it is for the purpose of helping you to use your discernment, helping you to tap into feeling into things that just don't feel right. And that helps you to grow and become stronger as a practitioner. So just trust that when you have a feeling that something is not right, always trust that inner guidance. Always trust what you feel, because that is that is what you need to follow. That's going to help you with your discernment in these sessions.
Yes. It seems like I get a lot of these tests here lately.
You all
Beautiful.
do.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. And by me confirming that the people or beings waiting for them in that light and confirming that that is the source light, is that appropriate to be doing?
Absolutely. These lost souls, they're here, and that is one of the ways to help them to know that it's okay for them to go home.
Mhm.
It's just like for those who cross over when they pass, you hear about people who've had near death experiences and they cross over to the other side, and they have guides waiting for them, they have family members. It's the same thing when you're helping them to cross over. You're just not doing it in a near death experience, you're doing it when you're accessing the quantum, which is where we can connect all of these pieces together.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
How how do we know we can trust the beings and the angels we work with in sessions?
It's intention of who you intend to connect with, and it's how does it make you feel? So, in these sessions, you are connecting with beings who are dark. You are connecting with earthbound spirits. You are connecting with entities. And the more that you do this work, you learn to feel the energy of the being that you are speaking with. You learn to feel the energy of the words that are coming through the client. And that helps you to fine tune, to be able to understand and know who you are speaking with.
Hmm.
So for Heather, she's heard along the way a lot of people who feel that the angels are false light. And she has worried about this from time to time. Am I calling in beings that are not of the highest vibration? Am I doing anything that might hurt a client in any way? Because this weighs very heavily on her. She takes it very serious what she does and wants to make sure that she gets everyone cleaned off, as all of you do. And she has done some research and just really going deep within, is she doing things the right way? But what we have showed her is look back at your experiences with all of your sessions. And out of all of those experiences, have you ever once felt that when you call upon a being of light, be it an angel, be it a guide, be it whoever you feel you're calling upon in that session, have you ever once felt like these beings were there doing something that they weren't supposed to? And she's never felt that. She's never had that experience because she will cut it out instantly when she starts to feel it. She does not like to even proceed into a session. She will, but she's always listening and she's always thinking about what they're saying and she's trying to feel into the frequency. What her experience has shown her over and over and over again is that client after client after client has received the healing that they need and the help, and they have gotten the answers and information. And never once has the client said that they feel uncomfortable with the angels being there or the other guides. And so there's been nothing to show her physically that she's not connecting with the beings who she has set the intention to connect with. It's just a matter of learning how to trust what you're feeling over what another person is trying to tell you. This is so easy to do. You hear a video where they'll tell you you should believe this, or someone will come along and they have a belief system and they will try to tell that to you as well. What we would say is always trust your inner knowing. And this is going to be different for everybody. And that's okay. It's okay for those who don't have that trust or that belief system around those beings. That's okay too. We wouldn't want them to feel any different than how they feel. But for you practitioners, you have an amazing team. We know it is hard to trust because you don't see us. We see you, you don't see us. It's a little different. Um, but we want you to really tap into how you're feeling in that discernment, which is why you have those tests at times, because that's helping you to go deeper with that. So just trust how you're feeling over what anyone else comes along and says, because that's your guidance.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that kind of answers our third question with that. And that was what causes us not to trust those beings. And it's mainly feelings, our feeling about something. Is this correct?
It's going to ebb and flow for many people. They're going to go through times where they feel very connected to beings and angels and guides. And then they're going to go through experiences where that might shift for them for a little bit. And that's okay. It's a
Mhm.
journey that each individual soul is on. It is, it is, it is also where you focus. Um, so we have shown her what you look at and what you focus on, you tend to draw more of that to you. So if you're, let's see, how do we want to explain this? It's kind of like with conspiracy theories. We'll go down that road. When you're very focused on a certain conspiracy theory and you're really following that theory, and we won't say whether that theory is real or not, it's just something that you are very focused on, you tend to be drawn to finding out more about that specific topic that you're looking at. And that grows that topic, that theory, bigger and bigger and bigger in your mind. And that theory may not be 100% accurate, but you're focused on it. So you're drawing more of that to you. But when you take your focus away from it, sometimes those things that you were once focused on will sort of shift, and they will disappear out of your out of your mind. So sometimes people go down roads where they feel very connected to their guides and to their angels. And then something will happen and it will shift them into a different direction. You just have to tap into your own inner guidance.
Lee and her had a discussion about the jab shedding and how much it was affecting people's health. What is the best way for us to clear that technology that we are taking in?
So you can see white light pouring through the body. You can set the intention for that white light to clear any of that. It is an artificial technology that people are picking up that is affecting the body.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the white light. You can call it in using your intention to clear away any negative energies, any darker frequencies, any energies that may be affecting the body. You can see that energy flowing through the organs, all of the different systems within the body, with the intention of almost like a system flush, like you're flushing the energy out. You can ask your higher self and your guidance to assist you in clearing out that specific energy if you feel like it's affecting you. You can just use the white light to do an energetic flush, almost like we teach about putting the white light around you for the purpose of protection. You should also use the white light to flush out the energy in the body or any frequency or color that you choose. You can bring that in through the body and set the intention to clear away any negative energies that need to be released from the body.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. What is the most important thing that she needs to work on at this moment?
Trust.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trusting yourself. She does, and she's so much better. But trust is a big one. Just keep letting go and keep trusting what you're feeling, what you're sensing. Her intuition is incredible. She's
Mm-hmm.
able to see things within other people that she can read them. She can
Mm-hmm.
read their energy. She can see things. It's just one of her gifts, but she just needs to fully trust in that and just allow things to unfold, which she's doing really well at that as well.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Is there any messages from her guides for her or humanity?
Just to keep moving forward. You are all exactly where you're supposed to be. You really are. Everybody is where they're supposed to be. Everybody is on their path, and those even that aren't on their path, it's okay. They will get there. This journey is amazing. It's challenging. It's going to get more challenging. There's more to come. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going to just stop in the blink of an eye. It's a progression. Um, and it's a progression that is dependent upon the focus of the people who are moving through this shift.
Mm-hmm.
So you can move through it faster if you focus more on what you want to see, what you want to experience, how you want to feel, instead of what's playing out around you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's where they are, and it's going to be amazing. you just have to get through some bumps in the road.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Is there anything else? Or are we complete?
I think we're complete.